I was having a conversation the other day, and the topic of passion came up, be it what is your passion, be it like how do you find passion. And I found that I have all of these different conflicting ideas as to what passion is and how to get it. And I don't think that's wrong because passion is such a wide variety of different options. But at the end of the day, I feel like it would be important to, at least for me, outline what passion is for me. At its base level, I see passion as a intrinsic motivation to continue doing something. You are passionate about that thing. And when it comes to my work and whatnot, be it the creating of art, be it the teaching different people things, there is passion in that. But I can remember that at one stage there wasn't. So I don't think passion is something that just appears. There may be times where it's like, cool, I think I like this thing and I'm going to pursue it, but it still takes time for it to become passionate. So at what stage do we go, well, I'm going to stick to something so much until it becomes passionate? Can you force yourself through the hurdles of, this is boring, I don't really know if I like this thing, in order to get to the aspect of passion? Like, using myself as an example, as you can see in this video, I love making sort of like weird abstract art that has no real meaning, but at the end of the day it does in some regard. Originally, I don't think I would have been passionate about that. I would have been like, why are you not making something that makes sense? But in creating things so much, I found that there was a void of ideas that I had that were never being used. And yet I still wanted to make them. There was a passion to go, this thing that previously was not accepted, I want to pursue that. And I personally love my abstract stuff. It doesn't make sense. And there's something so beautiful about that to me. The fact that not everything I need to make needs to be aligned with a certain, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, has certain rules it needs to follow, or like it needs to look like this. It's just my mind going, cool, what's the next thing I'm adding to this? Whereas when it comes to, say, when I'm working with a client, there is very like strong guidelines that I need to follow a lot of the time. Yes, there is a malleability of, okay, well, this is what's good for that and whatnot. But at the end of the day, there is still a thing of like, if you are working with our logo, it needs to look like this. And don't get me wrong, I love that. I do also find passion in that, in being able to go, cool, here is the jurisdiction in which I am working within, and adapting with those things. It's one of the reasons why I love working with clients that are actually, I guess, passionate about the artistic side of marketing design, because in them they start to see the freedom and power behind, I guess, embracing that creative side and the impact it can have. So there's a whole bunch of different aspects when it comes to the passion side of things for me. I'm passionate about creating, I'm passionate about talking, I'm passionate about reading and learning and teaching, and there's all of these different aspects. So now that I'm aware of passion, I start to question, well, what was the driving force that was common between all of them? And as I mentioned before, I think it's not just a random thing that happens. I think it does take time for passion to take hold. But the main sort of aspect I found in all of these things that were keeping me going through the non-passionate times was a curiosity. And luckily I've always had a, for lack of a better term, passion for curiosity. And in that, if I didn't understand something and it interested me, I would delve deeper and deeper and deeper to very, very absurd amounts of focus just to figure out that one thing. It's like when I have some sort of tech problem and I'm going, I don't know what's wrong. And then I spend the next 7 hours trying to figure out what's wrong, and finally I get that one point and I'm like, yes, curiosity is satisfied. But there's also an aspect of, through that process, I started to become passionate about problem solving. So I think at the base of it, curiosity is definitely the thing that fuels my passions, at least. And I'd be interested to see other people's opinions on this. I need to have more conversations about this topic with people. But at what stage does curiosity then lead into passion? I don't think there is actually a specific point. I think it's just a trail you keep going down until something is sparked. There is something that go, oh, okay, this is serious now. Like at the, I want to say, midpoint or beginning of last year. Actually, it might have been the end of 2019. I started paying attention to my handwriting. I've always had terrible handwriting. And it was just something that was like, okay, I'll just get by typing. But there was something beautiful about seeing other people create like beautiful lettering and whatnot. So I bought a calligraphy set and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of curious about this. And the first few times I was doing it, I'm like, I don't like my handwriting. It doesn't look right. It's just not good. But after going through the paces, I found myself falling in love with the strokes of different letters and the actual look of different shapes that words make. And nowadays I like to think I'm passionate about calligraphy and lettering. I'm not the best, but I am much better than what my handwriting used to be. And at the end of the day, I think that's what I'm searching. I'm searching for those moments where it's, I know this is something that I want, being really curious about it, going after it, and then eventually finding passion in it. I don't think it's a thing of, oh, well, I'm waiting for passion. I think it's definitely a search. And going forward, it's going to be a lot of searching in relation to the things I want to do. I have a lot of plans that I want to be doing this year. I have a lot of ideas of things I want to do with my life. And I'm curious about so many things. And at the end of the day, I think that's what I'm following for now. Again, using these videos as an example, like, I've always been curious about documenting my thoughts and seeing how people react to them. But now I'm just starting to take action in it. But at the same time, I don't think I'm passionate about these videos yet. I'm curious where they'll go. I'm curious about the different aspects I'm doing in creating them. And I'm curious about the next step that I'm going to take along with them. But passion is still yet something to be found. And that's fine, for sure. Like, I will definitely be giving this a good whack before I give it up, because I found that if I give something up in the curiosity phase, I never get passionate about it. I'm not sure if there's a case of I've continued something and never found passion in it, because at the end of the day, if you continually do something, you always, or at least I always find something in there to be connected to. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these videos go with passion, because I want to be passionate about this. I love being able to share like my stories and my insights to people. That's why I started these, because when I was teaching, I found some of the students reacted the best when I was giving like this personal experience versus, oh, well, this book says this, and if you do this, people like this. No, it's this sort of humanistic aspect of my thoughts that I enjoy, because I've been told that there is value in them, and if you get value from them, then absolutely I will continue doing these. And in there, hopefully I'll find passion at some point. But I don't think I always need passion to make something. Again, it's a process. Process that I'm currently going through, and I'm sure other people may be going through as well. So, if for nothing else, in this video, if you have gotten this far, well, one, thank you. I always do appreciate it when you actually get to the whole point. But if you find yourself struggling for passion, maybe dive into curiosity, because they say curiosity killed the cat, but I disagree with that sentiment. Curiosity led for a great story. And in that, there is something beautiful, because at the end of the day, even if curiosity does fail you, you can find passion in grabbing those stories and sharing them. But likewise, you may actually find the passion you were looking for. So I'll leave it there, and once again, thank you for watching.